Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. My name is Ridhwan. I will present about the app PawPal authentication module. Okay, so this is the app which this is I call this the authentication screen because the login and register is actually being written as a login view and register view inside the authentication screen. Because right here I actually use the page view for the login and register, which from here. Wait, let me find here for the login view and register view. It is actually a children of page view. So right here, the whole screen is authentication screen, and the login and register view is actually being written here only inside the page view, inside the container here. And for the login, there's basically the email, password, and then the remember me. If I uncheck the remember me, you see the preferences removed. If I check, you see preferences stored. If there is no, if there is, if the field is empty, if the field is empty, and I try to check, you will say please enter your email and password. And so let me just type in the password. But let us try invalid password, which not invalid is a wrong password. If I click on login, it will load say login, but it will return a snack bar saying user not found. Okay, and if let's just do the correct password. If I click on remember me, if I go login, it will navigate the user to the home screen, which just display a text saying welcome home, and then the username, which is user in this case. And if we log out, and then we will see our register. The fields are actually denying some characters. I use the denying some expression. For example, for name, there's the user only allowed to enter alphabet from A to Z, meaning that any numbers or special characters or symbols is not allowed in the field. The user cannot even type in the text field here. So this one is actually for example, let's just do Ridhwan, for example. And then for email address, the only special characters that are allowed is actually the @ symbol, the hyphen, the underscore, and dot. So that is basically the only allowed character, special character, sorry, or symbol. Other than that, all the numbers and alphabets are allowed, and the email actually needs to follow a certain format, which it needs a which it needs a character before the @ symbol, in between the @ symbol and the dot, and after the dot there needs to be at least 2 to 4 character. So this is a valid email format, for example. But of course, this is not always true. But we don't use any email service here, so this is okay. For phone number, basically only numbers are allowed. For password needs to at least be 6 to 20 characters, which, for example, if I just try do a like this, only 4 character, we will say password must be between 6 and 20 characters. For example, if I do this is an invalid email address because after the dot there needs to be at least 2 to 4 character. So for example, like this, we will say please enter a valid email address because one character is not enough. And like I said, this is not always true, but this is what I choose to do for the email validation. So this example of a valid email address, and for the password, let's just say password. Then if the password does not match, for example like this, I will say password do not match, right? And so all these fields are now valid user input. You can see the pop-up, register this account, and if I click cancel, it will just pop, nothing else. If I click register, it will load, and then there you go. We are navigated to the home screen with username Ridhwan this time. Okay. And for example, if register, if we use the same email, for example, just now we use test@test.com. Phone number, I think, okay, password. You can see the dialog will still pop up because the all the fields are valid input. But if you click on register, you can see email already exists because we just use it before for the email. And we can see from the database here. Let me refresh the database. Here you can see the new user that we just register right now. Ridwan test@test.com. Um, and if the registration fail, it will not be registered into the database. So that is basically all the function here. For example, let's try the test@test.com. This one I actually use the same password. Okay, if I click login, and there we go. We are navigated to the home screen, which display Ridwan. Okay, I think that is all for my presentation. I already push everything to GitHub, and that's all. Thank you.